इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello, everyone, and good evening to all. Thank you so much for joining us on this special series, webinar series called Bharat Franchise Show. This is the last edition of our monsoon special webinar of Bharat Franchise Show, which will run till 8th of September. We are back with the same excitement to help you in your journey to become an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors in selecting their, the best franchising business for them. In the series of Bharat Franchise Show, we showcase business opportunities with selected brands actively seeking for franchise partners in India. These brands have proven track record of profitability, sustainability, and committed to provide intensive support. Today, we will introduce you some of the best brand available in F&B category, looking for business expansion in many parts of India. But before we start this webinar and we'll introduce you the brands, I would request you to please post all your questions in Q&A box in case if you have any. If you have any question related to the business model or the brand, you can put it in the Q&A box. And we will come back to you once the presentation is over. Today, right now, we have Ankit from our first brand, and we also have joined with Gaurav. So before we start, I mean, so I would invite Gaurav to please set the context of this webinar, and then we'll move on further. Okay, so we also have Rahul, right, who will also be joining with his brands, and then we will take it further. Right, so Gaurav, Rahul, any one of you can set the context, please.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much, Bharat, for setting up the context and inviting the brands today. So on behalf of Franchise India, me along with my team, we welcome you all for taking out time and joining us in this evening hours and giving us this opportunity to showcase you some selected brands as mentioned by Bharat. So today the objective of this webinar is to basically introduce you to some handpicked brands from the F&B side who are going to talk about the journey that they've had in the setting up the chain of the restaurants that they have built, a chain of the distribution of the food business that they have started. We have a combination of both domestic and the international brands, and we are going to talk about the franchise model that they have today and the kind of financials that you need to basically become their partners and the roles and responsibilities which is going to be delegated between the brand and you while you become partnered with them, the locations of their interest and the kind of cash flows which are expected in this business and the ROI that you can expect in this business. However, before we give the podium to the brand, the first brand for the evening, Panwadi, and we have Ankit from the brand side, I request you all to keep this session as interactive as possible. You can use the chat box, you can use the Q&A box to share your queries, to share any sort of a question that you have with regards to a particular brand, or maybe you have any problem in terms of understanding. We'll try to keep it a combination of both Hindi and English so that it becomes easily understandable for everyone who is joined today. I'd like to give one brief before we start from the Franchise India side. See, Franchise India today is a 27-year-old organization which is basically acting as an aggregator, acting as a channel or as a medium between the brand and the investor. And why we are doing so is because if you reach directly to the brand, you may have a little hesitation at your end, or you may feel a little difficulty to choose which one is right, because every brand is equally good. But which is the right brand for you? Which is the right opportunity for you according to the size of the site, according to the investment you want to do, according to the time that you want to involve, according to the cuisine that you want to choose, and according to the other modalities which are part of choosing the right business. So when you come to Franchise India, we basically start with the profiling of you as an investor, which is going to basically have broadly 3 different aspects of you as an investor. So first and foremost is, what is your primary objective of getting into a franchisee, and whom are you setting up this franchise business for? Is it for you? Is it for somebody in your family, your friends, your brother, your sister, your daughter, your son, or is it for your own self? Then obviously we need to know about your background, about you as an individual, about your education background, your family background. Then we are also going to understand that which category are you primarily interested in and why you are interested in this particular category. So you have joined today for the food session, but why you want to join hands with a brand coming from a food side of a business? And does it make really a relevance for you? Because strategically, if you're not aligned with strategically fitment into that particular category with that brand, then comes the second most important point as to what kind of operational efficiency you can build locally. Because the beauty of franchising for any brand is that they already have a technical know-how of the business. They have already started this business from a grassroots level, and they have actually scaled up today that they are giving franchise. But in between this journey, they have committed a lot of mistakes. And these mistakes are the learnings. These mistakes are basically the operational efficiency. While setting up this business and scaling this business, they have actually gained with the virtue of time. So you will be given all this technical know-how in the first day itself, the soon you join hands. But at the same time, will you be able to scale up this operational efficiency locally? Will you be able to build up the capability of managing that business, managing the brand, managing the resources in the local capacity, so that while you're joining hands, you can make money and you can create that business and then scale it up so that you become basically a pro in that business. So operational efficiency is a very, very important aspect. So first is the strategy, second is the operational efficiency. Then third is the market where you want to do business. Does it make sense to do that business? What kind of demand is there in that market for that particular business or a product or a service? What price point you want to work? What competition does it prevail there? Because while you're getting into a new business in that market, but you already have some competition with regards to food or maybe retail or maybe education or health or wellness or an automobile. Something or the other is already there. Some brand or the other is already working in that market. So what kind of numbers are they doing? Is it making sense? What kind of licenses are required to do that business in that market? Is it easy to obtain that market license in that market? The kind of site that you choose to do a business. Because today we have a brand with a requirement of maybe 500 square feet going up to, let's say, 1,000 square feet or maybe 5,000 square feet. So what kind of property do you possess? Accordingly, we can choose the business for you in the category or in the product. And then obviously the price point and the competition and the target audience, all that plays a very, very important role while you're choosing to do a business in a particular market. And then comes the financial fitment. How much money do you want to invest in that business? What is the long-term plan that you have with that money? The kind of income that you want to generate on a recurring basis, on a month-on-month basis. What are your daily expenses? What are your monthly expenses that you need from this business? And you still have some capital engaged in that business, so that tomorrow, once you basically take out the capital that you have invested, how much reinvestment you want to do in that business, how much scalability you want in that business. So all that is very, very important. So when you work with Franchise India, we will help you to do all these assessments. And then we see the right brand, the right market, the right operational capability, and obviously the fitment on the finance side. So welcome all, my dear friends, my dear colleagues who have joined today. They've taken out time. So we really have a lot of high respect for you that you have come and joined this session. As mentioned, I'll repeat, make it interactive as much as possible. Use the chat box to share your questions. And I request all my dear presenters today, my brands, to make it as interactive as possible and to be as polite, as clear, as humble, as straight about the discussion. And in the interest of the time for all the brands in the room, keep it as short as possible. We hope that you will finish your presentation in 15 odd minutes so that next 5 minutes we can keep for the question and answer per brand. Good luck to everyone.
Right.
I request Ankit to please start the presentation because he's the first brand who is joined today and he comes with a very, very unique specialty. It's a mouth freshener that has been there in the trends ever since the journey of F&B in an organized fashion started. So thank you so much, Ankit, for joining this evening. And we would like to hear about Panwadi. How did you start? And why did you choose this name? Because it's a very interesting name. It's like a name that comes to anybody who's fun as such, right? Because
exactly.
Right. So
absolutely.
So
thank absolutely. You. Right. So
thank you, Gauravji. Thank you, Bharatji, for helping us showcasing our brand. And so myself, Ankit Nigam from Panwadi, and with me, I have Mr. Vijay, who takes care of the whole franchise operations for us. So Mr. Vijay, like if you can have the slides.
Yeah, Ankit.
See, all of us have the admin present the screen. However, in case you face any problem, then you can get backend with our team. So Bharat is going to run the presentation.
Sure. Meanwhile, let me just take this opportunity to introduce the brand Panwadi. Panwadi is well known for its authentic pan preparations. It's a leading retailer of pan, hookahs, and related products. Panwadi started 7 years ago in Delhi NCR and with a passion to modernize the traditional Indian pan experience. They offer a wide range of products including hookahs flavor, mukhwas, and many other smoking accessories. So I would request Ankit now, please take the lead and let's start the presentation.
Sure. So as the name suggests, like Gauravji said, so Panwadi, once the name comes to the mind, you definitely know that it's basically means pans, hookahs, and apart from this, not just pans, hookahs, we are into different kinds of bongs, mukhwas, and other kind of categories. So basically, it's a complete smoking solution, as you can say, under a single roof. Now, next slide. So yeah, as we know, like we started this 7 years ago. Now, why we started Panwadi is because of the fact that we saw that there is a gap in the market. Like we don't find many good shops, which are selling pans. So, there are like old shops. They don't have a good hygiene. They are not modern, trendy. But people these days, they like, to have a modern and trendy interiors. And that's how the families or the corporate youth, that's how they feel comfortable and they feel like having a satisfying experience. And as you can see that we have a wide assortment of products. We have around 35 to 40 varieties of pans at any single point of time, and they keep on changing as well. And apart from that, we have like many hookahs, and we have got the newest editions of hookahs, bongs, chillums, mukhwas, lighters, and all these things keep on changing so that anybody who is coming to Panwadi maybe in a few days time, they do get a fresh look of the outlet. Now in the next slides, you can see that we have the facade. So this is how the outlet looks from the front. Then we have got the interiors in the next slide. So as you can see, Vijayji, next slide. Yeah. So these are the interiors. So you can see like how, so basically you can see that it's different kinds of pans, hookahs, and even the interiors are not like a traditional pan shop. This is how we differentiate ourselves actually. Next slide. These are the categories as I was telling you. So we have got pans like chocolate pan, gundi pan. Some of the pans are our proprietary pans, which you won't see anywhere else. There are chocolate ball pans. Then we have got hookah, both Indian and imported. Then different types of bongs. Coming to the next slide, we can see different kinds of products like mukhwas. So these are the mouth fresheners. Then there are chillums. Then of course hookah flavors, pipes, lighters, and these kind of products. Now the next slide, we can go to the next slide. So consumer experience. So as I was telling you that, the vibe of the parlor is modern and trendy. So that is why, you will see that the youth loves to visit us. And not just the youth, even the families feel comfortable coming to our outlet rather than a roadside pan shop. And because we have the continuous editions of new pans and hookahs, so even if somebody is coming in a few days' time, they will see something fresh at the outlet. Although, to be honest, the stickiness of our customers is very high. Mostly we see that our customer return every single day, because this is such a need-based product. People do smoke every day, or they want pan maybe in 2 or 3 days time. So the stickiness is very high. Now the next slide. So value proposition, we are very well differentiated. I mean, we are in a very old and a traditional space, which is pan. But even then, we have carved out a space for ourselves. If you will go to any of the markets, go to any of the societies where we are present, you will see that, people will tell you where is Panwadi exactly, because we have made such a brand name for us. Apart from that, we are very process oriented, organized. Like we ourselves come from a very professional background, and we know what processes means and how they can help you. So as an example, I will tell you that the pan that you taste at any Panwadi outlet, the premix comes from the same kitchen, from the same master kitchen. And because of that, you will have same taste everywhere. Be it, you go to any Panwadi outlet, you will have the same taste. Apart from this, as I said, we have a wide assortment of products. We have very strong supply chain. Like we are in this business for the last 7 years. So, we have very robust supply chain. Apart from that, we are coming up with our pans. We, of course, manufacture our own premixes. And apart from that, we are coming up with our own range of bombs as well very soon. So now the next slide. This is something about the market size. I mean, it's a given that India is a huge market. So it's a 13,370 million US dollars market, which is expected to grow like crazy and go to around 15,000 million dollars in 2 to 3 years of time. So it's a very, very big space in which we are working. Now the next slide. So these are the franchisee models we have. This is the unit franchisee we are doing in FOFO model. We are offering franchisee to investors and entrepreneurs who are very passionate about solving a problem, and who they are goal oriented and they see value in a proven system. Like it's a proven system, it's working very well. You will have all the backend support. All you need to do is do the marketing at the front. Now unit franchisee we are doing in FOFO model, and we are doing multiple formats based on the budget and the interest of the person. So this is a Express, Panwadi Express, then there is Panwadi Grab and Go, then there is Panwadi Sports Cafe. The investment starts from 10 lakhs. We will see, we will go into the detail in the later slides. Apart from this, we are doing master franchisee as well, which is in completely FOCO model, that is franchisee owned, company operated. And so anybody who is looking just to invest and the brand takes care of all the operations, they can opt for the master franchisee part. The brand USPs are, as I said, we are like very strong brand identity and management. We have a 7 years of experience. We are using premium quality of products, a strong supply and sourcing. This is a very high margin business, like as we know, and like pans, hookahs, these kind of things comes with very good margin. Strong processes, as I have already said. Then we are very focused on the human resource part as well. Whenever a franchisee connects with us, we will have a 10-day training program at our own outlet. In that, we will tell everything regarding how to make the pans, and not just about pans, in fact, how to open the hookahs, how to operate the hookahs, operate the bongs, etc. Now the next slide. So these are some of the USPs which are specifically related to unit franchisee and master franchisee. Coming to the unit franchisee, it is a very low investment. As I said, the investment starts from 10 lakhs. And the beauty of the model is that it's a zero royalty charge model. So, whatever the revenue is, it goes directly into your own pocket. The brand takes nothing out of it. The payback is in just around 6 months. It's a low working capital model. Fixed monthly income from display board. Now, this is again a very unique thing in our business, that companies like ITC, they can't advertise externally. So what they do is they take a space at our outlets and they put a board over there for advertisement, and they give us a monthly remuneration for that. So it's a very good amount that we get from this as well. So again, a very unique thing. Then we have got multiple formats available, as I have already discussed, that there are 3 formats which come with different investment size and with different interest. Coming to the master franchisee, it's completely FOCO. So the operations are handled completely by brand. It's a high ROI model, high risk coverage. You will see when we come to the financials that whatever the amount you invest, the principal that you have invested is totally safe and it will be given back to you by the brand. So it's a high risk coverage model. Then there is fixed monthly remuneration against each outlet, and which is delinked from the performance. So, as soon as the outlet comes, you will start getting something from that. Then, of course, as with the unit franchisee, in the master franchisee also, you will get a fixed monthly income from the display board. This is something about the partner profile. Like, ideally, we would want young entrepreneurs to join us. They can be a corporate employees as well who are looking to jump into this world of business, because all the processes and everything is already set. So all you need is just to be at the front and interact with the customers. Then property, real estate owners, they can also be there. Partners with experience of knowledge of retail markets, they can also be one of the segments for us. And entrepreneurs with local market connect, who can judge the local market and then tailor the marketing activities accordingly. And as I said, additionally, if someone is looking just from the investment point of view, they can look at the franchisee model, which is totally a FOCO model. I think, Vijayji, now I would like you to run through the PPT.
Sure, Ankit. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
So we have 3 franchise model with Panwadi. So the first, which is a very basic one, is a Panwadi Express model, which is having a product line of varieties like pan, hookahs, flavors, mukwas, cigarette, bongs, everything we have. And which area required is 150 square feet. And the investment for this model is 10 lakh rupees. This is a very basic model of Panwadi. Second model, we have grab and grow model, which area required is almost 200 square feet. So the line of variety which is included in the Panwadi Express model, which is a base model, we having all varieties into this model. Plus, we have added some sort of food menu with this model, like burger, frozen ready to eat products, like, and tea, coffee, shakes also, so that customer can walk into our store, can smoke and have the complimentary tea and coffee. The third model, we have Panwadi Sports Cafe model, for which area required is 400 square feet. So it's a cafe, it's a complete dining cafe, with having a capacity of like 20 packs, and which having a basic traditional Panwadi Express products along a typical cafe menu like tea, coffee, shakes, coolers, and soup, noodles, pasta. It's a complete dining model, cafe model. Plus, we are also introducing a VR sports where customer can walk into a store, have food, and also enjoy cricket through VR sports. We are also trying to introduce a dedicated smoke zone into the sports cafe, which we have seen in the airport. Like, so, we are introducing a 50 square feet of space dedicated for smoke launch inside the store. So master
Recording in
franchise.
progress.
Please. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead, Vijay ji.
All right. So master franchise will act as a backend where there will be no retail store. It will act as a we will giving a territory right to the customer, to the master franchisee, and where there is an opportunity of opening 15 outlets in the said territories. So it's a complete FOCO model where all the operations and all the liabilities, which mean all the recurring expenses, will be handled by the Panwadi itself, by the brand. So all the logistics, product fulfillment will be done from the master franchise to all the territory stores. So this master franchisee, basically it's a backend kitchen kind of, where the office will be there, a marketing office, operation team will be sit there, plus a storage and inventory area will be there. And the area required for the master franchise almost like 450 square feet. So this model is completely a FOCO model. All liabilities or recurring expenses will be borne by Panwadi itself. So a person who wanted to invest and not been wanted to involve into day-to-day operation, this model is one of them. Ankit?
Yeah, so these are the roles and responsibilities of the unit franchisee. When it comes to the FOFO model, so basically the franchisee has to handle the day-to-day operations, staff hiring and retention. Actually, in staff hiring, we will help the franchisee. The retention is, of course, the part of the franchisee. Then there is inventory management. Then, of course, there are some guidelines and protocols that will be set by the brand, which the franchisee has to follow. The brand, when it comes to the brand, the responsibility will be the real estate selection, that is the guidance and feasibility. So we will provide all the guidance. We have certain parameters that in these areas Panwadi works. What kind of, how many high rises should be there, what kind of how many offices should be there. So we have got these kind of guidelines which we'll be sharing with the franchisee, and we'll be helping them out in the selection, real estate selection. Then once the outlet is selected, we will help them in the design and the layout. Then, of course, product fulfillment, everything will be fulfilled by the brand only. So the franchisee doesn't have to take any tension about the product fulfillment. Then, of course, digital promotions, that will be handled by our central team regarding the ads, be it the Google ads or the Instagram, Facebook ads, anything. Then, of course, as I've already discussed, that there will be a 10-day training program regard for the human resources. And not just that, even in the middle of something, if somebody requires some kind of training, we are always open for that. Then, of course, like one of our team is always doing research and development regarding different kind of pans and hookahs. So whatever the new product development we do, we will be sharing that with all our franchisees. And of course, we'll be helping them out in the food license. We just need FSI license for pans, and that will be helping out the franchisee. Next slide. This is specifically regarding the master franchisee. So the master franchisee will come with a very strategic, point of view. Like they will help us in the development of the unit franchisees in that area. Then they will help us in the development of the vendor relationships, then the brand tie-ups, then strategic partnerships. Now, when it comes to the brand, the responsibility of the brands will, of course, be the development of the unit franchisee. Like it's a shared responsibility between brand and franchisee. Like mostly the brand will take care of developing the unit franchisee. Then, of course, it's a FOCO model, so the day-to-day operations will be handled by the brand. Then, of course, the delivery of material, vendor development, staff hiring and retention, real estate finalization, inventory management, everything will be taken care by the brand. This is the rollout plan, like pan and hookah, these kind of things. Like it has got a pan India acceptability, of course. So we are open to all the locations, but right now we are focusing mostly on the northern market and the big centers like northern market, of course, like Delhi, NCR, Chandigarh, Jaipur, Lucknow, and then of course the big centers like Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, etc. So I think, yeah, can go to the next slide. I think Vijay, you can
Sure.
go through this. Yeah.
So this is the financial snapshot for all the unit franchise models what we have. So we have categorized all these factors into three models. One is Express, Grab and Go, Sports Cafe model. So the area required is 150, 200, and 400 respectively for the basic model, then Grab and Go model and Sports Cafe model. Investment, which is if you total all three investment, like excluding franchise inventory is 5.1 lakh, then franchise fees is 3 lakh for the express model, then inventory is 2 lakh rupees. So if we calculate the total amount for the express model, it will comes to 10 lakh rupees. For grab and grow, it will comes to 13 lakh rupees of total investment. For sports cafe model, it will comes to 22.5 lakh rupees of total investment to open a sports cafe model. So these are the average ROI for all the models, 76, 72, and 74 we have calculated based on our current sales and past sales and figures. So the payback period is very quick for all the franchise model, as all the products are need-based products. So the payback period for are 16 month, 18 month, and 18 month respectively again. And the agreement period will be same for the all the unit franchise model plus the master franchisee model, which will be 7 years. So these are the factional figures for the master franchise. Will be completely run on FOCO model. Area required for the master franchisee is 450 square feet. So we will take the place. All the recurring expenses will be taken care by brand itself. The total investment, including franchise fees, inventory, and inventory deposit, right advance fees, everything, it will come to 38 lakh rupees of total investment. So average ROI we have taken is 60% ROI. The payback would be around 19 months. Agreement period again will be same across all the models, which will 7 years. Ankit, would you like to?
Yeah, sure. This is something about the management. So, like, we are backed by Excelity Group, which is an umbrella organization, and we have got interest in various verticals. And some of the brands which we have done in the past and which we are currently doing are like bestatwest.com. So, it was an online e-commerce company which we started and sold it off to a big group. Then we are into cosmetics manufacturing as well by the name of NutriGlow Cosmetics. We have got Ohio, we have got salons by the name of Ohio, that is also in the Delhi NCR area. And then we are working in some like social sector as well by the name of Willpower. So I think this is it from our side. Like we would like to take the questions now. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Ankit, for the detailed presentation. And I know that your support for the franchisees are absolutely, the best, right? Okay. So thank you so much, Ankit, for the presentation, right? And I appreciate that you presented a very detailed presentation. Now we have the next brand with us, Delichick, and we have Ayush to present it. If I talk about Delichick, Delichick is basically a Delhi-based brand who has expertise in deliver premium non-veg products to your doorstep, ensuring the freshness and flavor. The range includes like high quality cold cuts, fresh chicken, and ready to eat meals for all your needs. So now I would request Ayush to please take the stage and share more insight about the brand and the business model that you have.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'll just take a quick second and share my screen, show you the presentation today.
Sure.
I hope the screen is visible now.
Right. So, yeah, it is visible. So,
Awesome.
Ayush, we will have 20 minutes, 15 minutes to finish this.
That's totally fine with me. I think I've prepped accordingly.
Maybe good. Thank you so much.
Yes. So good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us today. My name is Ayushman, and I am excited to introduce Delichick to you. We are a premium brand in the non-vegetarian food industry. So if you talk about frozen meats and fresh meats, that's our business. Our vision is to provide high quality, fresh, and convenient non-vegetarian products to consumers across India. If I talk
Ayush,
about
the screen is smaller, right? If you could just check it. Right. This is better, in fact. If you can put it in the presentation mode, any possibility? No?
I actually
Oh,
have
the
some
last one was good. Click on that green one. No, it is still very small display.
I actually have some notes on the side that I had prepared because I'm sharing the screen and I'm referring to my notes. Just one second. Let me try to make this as large as possible.
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
go on.
good. Awesome. Much better, I hope.
Okay.
Cool. So we specialize in offering wide range of products, including fresh raw meats, cold cuts such as salamis and sausages that you would have eaten at breakfasts at hotels, and ready-to-eat snacks such as sea kebabs, chapli kebabs, and so on and so forth. We are currently supplying to major e-commerce platforms and quick commerce platforms such as Blinkit, Swiggy, Instamart, Big Basket, and Amazon. Our presence currently is across Delhi NCR, Lucknow, Mohali, Chandigarh, Panchkula, Ludhiana, Dehradun, and Indore. And we are looking to expand further with your support. So what we do in these cities is we supply packaged material to the warehouses of all of these quick commerce players in the respective cities, which then dispatch it to dark stores around the city. And when you open the app and place an order for a product, you receive it from your nearest dark store. So we provide it to them in the back end. I would just like to quickly take a second to talk about the market opportunity. So approximately 70% of India's population eats meat and regularly consumes meat in different formats. The Indian edible meat market has seen a significant growth with approximately 20% growth by volume between 2017 and 2022. This trend is expected to grow further. The demand for fresh poultry products is expected to grow at a compounded annual growth rate, a CAGR of 3% in the next 5 years. So this represents a tremendous opportunity for Delhi Chick to capture a larger share of the market. I would like to bring your attention to the different product categories that we have. The first category is cold cuts, which is a variety of salamis, hams, sausages, and so on and so forth. Then we also have raw chicken, which is chicken breast, chicken curry cut, chicken thighs. And then we have ready-to-eat snacks, such as chicken chapli kebab. We have some spicy curries that we include in our offerings, sea kebabs, and so on and so forth. These are some of the highest volume selling products. All of these products are available in two types. It could either be a fresh product, it could be fresh cold cut or fresh chicken, or it could be in the frozen format. For people who are more conscious about eating fresh and they don't want product which is frozen, the fresh product has a shelf life of 3 days. So our supply chain is maintained in cold storage as such that it reaches the house of the customer in a chilled condition. Whereas for a frozen product, the shelf life is 1 year. We currently have a strong presence across key regions in North and Central India. And as I've already mentioned, that 90% of our sales, 90 to 95% of our sales currently are happening through our Q-commerce channel partners, which is Blinkit, Swiggy, Instamart, and Zepto we're trying to onboard, and Amazon is also entering the 10-minute delivery model. And we've already signed up with Flipkart in Delhi NCR because they have a plan to introduce 10-minute delivery model by the name of Flipkart Minutes. And they have a projection of opening 50 dark stores in the next 4 to 5 months, which is on average 10 new dark stores that Flipkart plans to open up in 1 month. So this is the consumer segment. So right now, 90 to 95% of our sales, like I mentioned, is through our online aggregators. And the potential opportunity that we're bringing to our respected investors today is to look at the B2C side of segment, which is you investing in opening up a retail location and opening up a meat shop in the neighborhood where you live and there is a high population density. This I have already covered, which is there is a 20% growth in the value of this industry between 2017 and 2022, and approximately 70% of population in India is meat eating industry. The Indian market is very fragmented and it requires consolidation, and that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring a centralized brand that caters to high quality, hygienic, non-vegetarian snacks and provides you quality. India has a 70% non-vegetarian population, as we've just covered. So why Delhi Chick? We have a unique product range. We have witnessed a rise in demand. The revenue that we have witnessed in Punjab in 6 months has increased by 4 times. And we also have expertise in managing a cold logistic chain, because if you think about a product which can very easily go bad, such as non-vegetarian products, it requires expertise in maintaining cold chain and the temperature of the product such that the name of the brand does not get spoiled when it reaches the house of the customer. So we have a packaging unit in Gurgaon, which has cold storage rooms. We've got walls that are, built around. We've got a special kind of a wall that we've built inside our unit that maintains temperature at 10 degrees Celsius. We've got a blast freezer and vans in which we transport are reefer vans, which maintain the temperature even when the product is out on the road. Talking about the franchising opportunity today, if I talk about the unit store, the area required for a unit store will be approximately 200 to 300 square feet. I know it says 300 to 500 square feet, but we've revised our plans such that the investment does not shoot up and become, not a very attractive option for our investors. So the area will be 200 to 300 square feet, and there will be an initial investment of approximately 8 to 10 lakh rupees. The initial inventory will be an additional 3 lakh rupees above the 10 lakh rupees that I've just mentioned. The margin to franchisee will be 30%, and the return on investment is 121% that we've projected in the first year, with a payback period of 10 to 12 months. I would like to repeat myself. The initial investment is 10 lakh rupees plus an inventory of approximately 3 to 5 lakh rupees. And the return on investment is 121% with a payback period of 10 to 12 months. So the capex that you invest, you will be able to make that back within the first year. And as per the projections that we've done on the financial modeling side of things, which we're happy to share with you, if there is an interest shown from your side, your business will be EBITDA positive in the first year itself. So a retail store, as we very clearly understand, is a meat selling store in a market which sells to the customers and is a B2C model. But if you are interested in partnering with us in opening a repackaging unit, which is essentially what we are doing, supplying to quick commerce players, because quick commerce is the future, then we are interested in cities such as Dehradun, Chandigarh, Indore, where you have the opportunity to become a repackager, which is what we do for these quick commerce players in NCR. So you will have a very similar setup of investing in a cold storage room, putting up that walls that I talked about earlier that maintain temperature inside your repackaging unit, and then directly supplying to the quick commerce players of your city. So this is different because it's not a B2C model, it will be a B2B model for you. Instead of selling it directly to the customer that walks into your store, you'll have the opportunity to tap into the growing quick commerce industry of our country. And for this, the area requirement will be slightly larger, and so will the investment, because the amount of equipment that will be installed inside this unit will attract that amount of money. The initial inventory will also be slightly higher at 8 to 10 lakh rupees. The margins are slightly lower in this case because the volumes are more. In this case, because when you sell to the quick commerce players, they already have a certain margin that they ought to make, as a result of which the margin of your product reduces as compared to a B2C. But the return on investment and the payback period for this type of a model will be approximately 20 to 23 months. The agreement period for both proposals will be 5 years. So our rollout plan, like I mentioned earlier, we're for both the models, unit franchisee is available for Delhi NCR, Chandigarh, Indore, Dehradun, Ludhiana, and a lot of other North Indian pockets, Lucknow. But if we talk about the repackaging unit, where you will not be supplying B2C, but you'll be supplying to the quick commerce players, those are slightly limited because they have expanded only to a few cities outside of tier 1 cities. So Blinkit is currently available in Ludhiana, Indore, Dehradun, and Chandigarh. So if you are interested in any of these cities and you want to tap into the growing quick commerce um, industry of our country and become a part of the grocery basket of the daily consumer, then those are the cities that you should be looking at. But for if you're considering a unit franchisee owner, like a storefront, then we are also open to Delhi NCR, where we're planning to open up 10 to 12 stores in the next 1 year. And then we are also looking at other cities outside of the NCR in North India for a total of approximately 40 to 50 stores in the next 4 to 5 years. So we're targeting to open 10 stores per annum. Franchisee obligations. So we will take care of all the licensing that you will require. We will provide you full support in securing the FSSAI licenses. We will be investing in marketing and branding activities. So the understanding is that 2% of your annual revenue will be reverted back to us, as we will take this from all of the other franchisees and we will invest this directly into social media marketing, SEO, website development, and making sure that your digital presence in your immediate geography where your store is increases by doing geotagging marketing. We will be accountable for sharing with you how we've invested this money so that there is transparency on both sides. We will make sure that we take care of the legal compliances and you do not have to worry about product running out at your store or at your repackaging unit, because currently we are doing approximately 2.5 tons of, we're selling 2.5 tons of product every single day across all of these quick commerce players. So our supply chain at the back end is very, very robust. We will ensure that product is always stocked in your stores. As far as the store layout and design scheme is concerned, we are working with an interior designer so that there is a standardized look about your store, and we will offer you full support in terms of the layout and this store design as well. The investment that I spoke about earlier will go towards things such as installing refrigerators and freezers for people to walk into the store and pick out and take the product home from. I think that's pretty much it from my side. Just as a closing remark. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, how do you compare yourself with your competitors? Because nowadays, lots of home delivery, non-veg items, kind of companies are available now in Delhi and NCR, right? I also have seen many of them are in Gurgaon, right? So how you compare it? How you compare yourself better than the others one?
I think in terms of your neighborhood slaughter shop, we're not a slaughterhouse. We receive our product from government-approved farms and slaughterhouses, which are located in North India and Punjab. So the quality of this product is standard and supreme. There is very low content of fat in the chicken. It's clean. Just to put this out there as a knowledge point for all our investors today, if you look at the biggest brand in the market, which is Licious, which is our direct competitor, in the back end, we are procuring our supply and products from the similar factories and slaughterhouses. So our quality is at par with the biggest players. And if I talk about Blinkit, in fresh chicken category, there are only two players, which is Licious and Delhi Chick. And 60% of fresh chicken sales on Blinkit today in the Delhi NCR region are for Delhi Chick. We have a larger market share on Blinkit as compared to Licious. So we go very head to head in terms of quality. We are different from your neighborhood slaughterhouse that might be there, where, you know, a person is sitting and chopping chicken in front of you and packing it up and giving it to you. Whereas for us, it's different. It's all, you know, done by machines in the slaughterhouses. And when it reaches our repackaging unit, we put this and slide this into a vacuum pack. So it's airtight such that freshness is maintained.
Okay. You have any preference for the franchisees? Like, do they have any special kind of experience in past buying this franchisee?
So
I mean, does someone need to have a kind of experience in past for running these kind of stores?
no, I think just a basic knowledge of being able to sell a product when a customer walks into your store is adequate. We will give product training and product knowledge and transfer of knowledge to the franchise owners to be able to market this product better, but no prior knowledge as such of the meat industry is required to partner with us.
All right. Okay. That's great.
So just as a closing remark, before I hand over control back to you, you know, today we're looking at investors, just to reiterate myself, who are interested in launching a meat store or a repackaging unit in cities like Delhi NCR, Dehradun, Chandigarh, Indore, and Lucknow. If any of these cities ring a bell in your head, Delhi Chick is your answer. Do reach out to us or reach out to the Franchise India team, and they'll be happy to put us in touch. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ayush, for the presentation, right? And I appreciate your business and the business, opportunity that you're offering to the investors, right? Thank you so much for being available on this webinar and staying here till so long in the evening. Thank you so much. Now we have the next brand that we have is Kareem's. Everyone is very much aware about this particular brand. Um, uh, Kareem's basically a famous restaurant in Delhi and has been serving delicious royal food to ordinary people since 1913. Starting from a small restaurant in Jama Masjid, Kareem has grown into a big company with many locations. Kareem is very famous and has been mentioned in very important publications like New York Times, BBC World Guide, and National Geographic. The restaurant's chefs are, descendant of royal cooks and make authentic Muley dishes that are, flavored, mildly spiced, and affordable. Right. So today we have Tarun Agarwal with us, who will be representing this brand. But before he does that, I mean, let me just showcase you a couple of videos, right? And the videos are very interesting, right? It will, give me a second. Let me just share it. Hope it is visible. All right, so that was Kareem's, right? You just see a little bit of glimpse of that particular area and the these stores, right? The restaurant that they have. We have Tarun Agarwal. You there, Tarun?
Hi, good evening.
So your voice is, I guess, is breaking a lot.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tarun. Welcome to our franchise. Hello, am I audible? Am I audible now? Hello.
You're audible now, right? Yes.
Okay.
It is better now. Just give me a
So-
second. Let me just.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. All right, yeah, here's the presentation.
Great. So I'm sorry, I'm driving, so won't be able to come on the video. My name is Tarun. I've been a part of Franchise India, and welcome to our show. This is Bharat Franchise Show, which is our this is the brand which we are going to cover today. It's a quite prominent brand across. So, I mean, if you name a brand which has been into the Mughlai and Indian markets, so this is the only brand which comes into the mind, the Kareem's Food. So Kareem's is a quite prominent there in Jama Masjid, right? So anybody whomsoever is coming down to Delhi, so if they have been making up an itinerary, so probably if I'm not wrong, so Kareem's is the one which is there into their itinerary to visit and have the food there. So this is the kind of a legacy this brand is having. So they started way back in 1913, and now the journey has been there into the market. So it's a family-owned business, of course. So they have been having their own couple of outlets there in the Delhi area, which is in Nizamuddin, Jama Masjid, and so on. Now, way back in 2018, they started doing franchising in some prominent locations across in India, as well as in overseas. So in India, as if now we have got approximately 100 plus outlets which cover the QSR, the small format, as well as the dining format across. So Kareem's is a brand which has been famous for the Mughlai as well as the North Indian food, which cover the biryani, kebabs, nihari, and so on. So this is the brand which was started by Mr. Kareem Sadun, and now we've been taking care of Mr. Janaluddin, who is the third generation of the family, and they've been owning it entirely. Now this is the format which they have been working in, the single model. This is what we call the franchising owned, franchising operated. Whereas the good part of the brand, which we can't figure it out across in any of the other brands as well. I mean, to maintain the taste, even if you are based out in Mumbai or in Chennai or in Hyderabad, in Kolkata, all the support would have been provided by the brand, which is a very unique and the good part about the brand, which includes the staff, chef, Khan Same, plus the kind of an ingredients which they have been making here in Delhi itself. So they'll be supplying the entire, the ingredient and spices as well at your doorsteps. Now, they have been having two different models. Let me come down to the financials part. They have been having two different models as of now, which is into the QSR quick service restaurant, which is a small format, as well as the dining format, which is a large format. The kind of an investment which is required in QSR is approximately 25 to 30 lakhs, which includes the franchising fees, interior infrastructure, furniture, as well as the kitchen equipment part. The second model, which is a larger model for approximately 50 plus seater restaurant, which is required in the kind of an investment which is required is 50, 55, 60 lakhs, depend on the catchment and the location which we have been targeting it. However, we have been introduced a couple of good locations into the the good the good malls, which is the quick big things, whereas we require 100 200 square feet of area, whereas we have got our own presence across in Phoenix as well as the Classview Mall, plus we have got our own presence in Pacific Mall across in Delhi and Sahar as well. So the kind of an investment for the smaller format is, let's say, it's approx 20 lakhs, which is excluding of the security deposit which is supposed to be made to the mall owners. Now comes to the financial in-depth part, the kind of an investment and the return on investment which we have been looking in. The food costing of this product is approximately 35%. The rest is into the operational parts, which cover the rentals, the salaries, as well as electronics, electricity across in India. So any of the sale which we have been making beyond 10 lakhs, so we are having a net profitability is approximately 15%, which is going to be 1.5 and 1.75 lakhs per month. So which is a quite unique model across. So they require the like-minded people who themselves want to operate the thing. All the support, all the staff would have been provided by the brand. It's just required a people who can just operate it likely. And the investment, which is very flexible from city to city and location to location. However, a couple of things which are very much stick, which is the franchising fees as well as the royalty. For the smaller format, they've been charging 8 lakh plus taxes, and for the bigger format, they've been charging 15 lakh plus taxes. The royalty, every month we have been charging 8% of the net sale. And initially, first 3 to 6 months, we can be, this could be given as a gestation period as well. once the party is there into the profitability. So this is the entire model that Kareem's has been working in. So we have having our own presence in Delhi NCR, of course, in Kolkata region, in Chennai, in Hyderabad, Mumbai. In Dubai, we have got our own presence. In UP, we have been targeting the
Tarun, your voice is breaking a lot.
market like in Rajasthan. Yeah, please go ahead.
Your voice is breaking.
I'm sorry. Hello. Now is it?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Even
Yeah,
perfect?
it's good now. Yep.
Okay. So this is all about the brand as well as the
It's
finance
again not.
as well as the ROI. So any questions? Hello. Any questions
Not any questions
related
yet.
to the finance or the ROI? Okay. So this
Tarun,
is
your
all about the
voice is
Kareems.
breaking. All
I'm
right.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right. Kareem's is of course a well-known restaurant chain which is present across India, and they are offering an opportunity to invest and buy the business model. This is going to be a very good choice in case if someone wanted. Okay, so Ajit Singh is asking that are they ready for Hyderabad? Tarun,
Yes,
I
definitely.
guess correct. So yes, this restaurant chain is open for Hyderabad, and you can share your number, and we can get back to you with, and we will contact you. So this particular brand, hmm,
We
voice
have
is breaking a
already
lot.
having one outlet there in Hyderabad. Already having one presence in Hyderabad market. We have already identified a couple of. Just give me a second. I think this must be perfect now.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Hello.
Better now.
Yeah. So we are very much open for Hyderabad. Even we have identified couple of locations there as well, into the mall as well as the standalone. So we are having our own real estate team who is going to help you out to figure out the location also.
Oh, that's great. Um, Hyderabad is already known for its best cuisine, right? Please give bifurcation of investment. Right. So Ajit, my suggestion will you could share the number and we can connect with you maybe tomorrow and then
So
we can discuss it
investment,
further.
yes.
Right.
So am I
Is
audible?
it possible for you to share your number, Ajit ji?
Am I audible if I can answer?
Yes.
Acha. So bifurcation, Ajitji, would be like there are
No,
in
but the
three
voice is.
components.
Yeah, you can answer.
Acha. So bifurcation would be in three components. One is, of course, the franchising fees for the smaller outlet I am taking example in. Second is into the kitchen equipment. Third is into the ceiling, ducting, flooring, tiles, stuff, and the everything which is required for the smaller and the bigger format. So the franchising fee for a smaller format is 8 lakh plus GST, which is valid for 5 years. The second component is into the equipment, which you can procure in the range of 8 to 10 lakh rupees, and rest is into the civil work. That will cost you for 500 square feet of area. That will cost you somewhere around in 5 lakh to 8 lakh rupees. So the entire model will come in between 25 to 30 lakhs.
All right, so that's it for the day. I mean, thank you so much, everyone who joined this webinar, right? And I appreciate that you for your presentation, right? To the viewers, in case if you want to have a one-on-one discussion with us, you please contact us on our number that is 9717683838, or you can write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. We will again come up with the new brands and we'll explore the new business opportunity tomorrow, same time at 7 o'clock, and we will be waiting for you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this webinar. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.